Morning everyone. This will be a quick video aiming to explain what a basic verb is and how it functions in a sentence. This video will be a sort of series of short videos looking at the different types of verbs. I'll put a link in the description to the other videos, as well as a link to the slides which you can download for free if you want them. Now this is the first video in the series, but it doesn't really matter which order you watch the other videos in. So first off, the word verb comes from the Latin word verbum, which simply means word. So verb just means word. It's where we get phrases such as a verbal agreement from. However, when we look at a few different translations, we get that the word verb comes from the old French word verbe, meaning the word of God, which is a pretty important word. And the verb is the most important word in a sentence, to the point where a sentence isn't actually classed as a real sentence unless it contains a verb. That's where we get minor sentences from. Now, a lot of teachers say that a verb is a doing word, and that's kind of true. The verb, a lot of the time, is the action in a sentence. It's the thing that happens. For this video, we're going to be working with the definition that a verb is a word that indicates an action, state, or occurrence, and I'll explain why. The reason that calling it a doing word isn't effective is that it doesn't cover quite a few of the types of verbs. In the sentence, Layla is happy, where's the doing word? There isn't one. You're discussing Layla's state, not what she's doing. Calling a verb a doing word is too simplistic for our purposes. If we stick with that definition, we're going to miss out a lot of verbs when we're analysing a text. So that's why we'll work with the definition that a verb is a word that indicates an action, state, or occurrence. It's just a much more comprehensive definition. Now, there are lots of different types of verbs, some of which are listed here. This isn't even a full list though. There are many more types such as non-finite verbs and infinitive verbs and more. And we're just going to focus on 6 of these in this series. The word verb is classed as subject terminology, and subject terminology is in the mark scheme for most of the reading questions on the English Language GCSE, particularly the higher up the mark scheme you go. So you would get more marks for stating the verb crept has connotations of, as opposed to the word crept has connotations of. But the top level on the mark scheme states that you need sophisticated subject terminology. And that's where the different types of verb that we're going to discuss in this series come in. Just remember that not every text an exam board gives you will have examples of metaphors in it, or they might not have examples of anaphora. But I guarantee that any text that they give you will have verbs in it. Any text ever written has got verbs in it. It will be impossible not to have verbs in there. So if you get to grips with identifying the different types of verb and exploring how to analyse them, you'll be set up for any text that comes your way in an English language or English literature exam. And that is verbs in a nutshell. Try adding the different types of verb, dynamic, stative, phrasal, auxiliary, modal, and imperative to your revision cards and add them into your next analysis to boost your marks. Thanks for watching, and happy revising.